Bah, humbug. A lot of Scrooges this time of year in the freight broker business. Doesn't have to be. You should be using this as an opportunity. That and more. That's coming up on today's episode of Freight Broker TV. It's beginning to sound a lot like Christmas, and if you're a freight broker, that sound is no. Or call me back after the first of the year. Normal this time of year. But keep making your prospect calls. A lot of what's happening right now, Thanksgiving came so late in November. Usually the week after Thanksgiving, we're still in November. This year, the week after Thanksgiving, we're in December. It's Christmas time. We're in the holiday period. People are starting to get that mindset. Your shippers, this is the end of the year for them. A lot of them, they're slowing down. They're trying to get rid of what's left of this year's inventory before they start trying to do anything for next year. So everything's starting to slow down, and if they don't have much freight to ship, or the freight they do have to ship right now, they already know they got enough equipment to ship that, have that product shipped to their customer, the easy answer for them is going to be no. People around the holidays traditionally start to get a little bit lazy, but this is a time for you. You got to use this as an opportunity. Now, what do I mean by that? Make the sales call. Don't use it as an excuse. Well, everybody's telling me no. I'm not going to worry about making a sales call. I'll start calling next year. Everybody's telling me to call next year. I'll call next year. I'll just take December off. Work with whatever I got. That's the wrong attitude. You can use this month as a stepping stone to really build and add to your business after the Christmas break, after the holidays, after the first of the new year. Now, what am I talking about? Yes, make your sales call. Make your sales call, and don't worry about if they say no. But you've got to listen. You got to listen to their response. Now, what I'm talking about when I say listen to their response, same thing when you call your wife or your husband. You can tell immediately if they are in a good mood or a bad mood. You can tell immediately if they're serious or if they're not serious. You got to use the same common sense approach when you're making your sales calls this time of year. Listen to that customer. Listen to that prospect. Listen to how they respond. Do you get a sense of your gut feeling here? Don't overthink this. It's a gut feeling thing. Do you get a sense that, hey, they're really serious? They want me to call them back after the first of the year? Okay. If you get that feeling, and I'll tell you this too, it's better safe than sorry in this aspect of it. If you're not sure, let's put them in the, I think they're serious column. But what you're going to do is send them a Christmas card. You can go out right now to the dollar store, buy you a stack of 100 cards, $5, whatever, it's nothing to it. If you've got business cards, put a business card in it, send them a Christmas card. They'll get it in a week or so. What you're doing, you're reinforcing. You're reinforcing the idea that, hey, remember me, we talked, you told me to call you back after the first of the year. So inside the Christmas cards, you're going to personalize it. Hey, Jim, we talked last week. You wanted me to call you back at the first of the year. I appreciate that. Look forward to working with you next year. Have a Merry Christmas. Okay, so you're reinforcing. Now, what you're going to do after the first of the year, when you do make those callbacks, you call them. Hey, John, this is Mike at FBTV. Just wanted to check to make sure you got my Christmas card. Did you get that Christmas card I sent? Doesn't matter if they say yes or no. 99.9% of the time, they're going to say yes anyway, because even if they don't know, they don't remember. They're going to say yes because they don't want to sound rude. Okay. But you play off that. And if they don't remember, it's just going to, wow, they sent me a Christmas card type thing. Wow, that was pretty nice of them. They're going to be more interested in you because you took an interest in them to actually do something, send them a card, especially if it's a handwritten note. Now, you use that to get in the door. Hey, we talked last month. You told me to call you back at the first of the year. I want to see if I can, what I need to do to be able to start helping you with your freight. More times than not, that's going to give you an opening. There's freight brokers everywhere. Okay, they deal with freight brokers on a continuing basis, but I promise you, probably not very many go the extra mile for a prospect. This is a perfect time of year where you can go that extra mile. Now, You may not be able to do this year, but next year, be thinking about, and I think we ought to bring this up, probably talk about this again in July of 2020. But what I'm going to tell you, kind of take notes on, and we'll talk about it again next year to remind you. But you can buy little gifts. Now, when I was brokering full time, I separated my clients into P1s, P2s, P3s, primary clients 1, primary 2, primary 3, A, B, or C's if you want it. P1 clients, they were my number one clients. They were the money makers for me. P2s, I made money off of them every so often. Not as good as a P1, but still, they helped out of my income. P3s, maybe once in a blue moon, if ever. Okay, everybody gets a Christmas card. Everybody gets a Christmas card. P3s, P2s, P1s. But my P1s and select P2s, they will get a present, a pretty cool present. Matter of fact, we were talking about this on the podcast. If you listen to it, I'm not really changing P2, P1s, but P1s I usually save it for, but P2s, occasionally if I had to get P2 in there, they get a good present too. But my present that I sent them, it wasn't the good present for my P1s anyway. It wasn't something that like a calendar or something like that. It was something pretty cool. And the podcast I was telling you about, I should have thought about it. I think I got one around here somewhere. I don't know where it'd be though. Maybe in the storage. But one year I sent out little desktop filing cabinets, and they were about this size, size of a tissue box. And what it was a business card filing cabinet. You keep business cards in. Had a little clock on it, and on top of it, I had my logo and everything up there, my phone number and things like that to keep me in front of them. Be thinking about something they're going to be using all year, if not longer, because you want your name, your phone number, everything they need. You want that in front of them all the time. So whenever they come into work, whenever they're working at their desk, whatever they're doing, they see you. A lot of people give calendars, desk calendars, the desk pads, whatever. I guess they still do that. I don't think that'd be my top choice anymore because you got the computers and things like that. But, there are novelty items all over the place. You can get them pretty cheap, pens and things like that, cost nearly nothing. But think about what your customer would use. What does somebody in shipping use on a day-to-day basis? Calculators, pens, mouse pads used to be a pretty good thing, but pretty much, I think mouse pads, I still use them, but I think mouse pads have kind of gone the way of the dinosaur for the most part, maybe not. But, open your mind up, do some research, be thinking about that for next year so you're prepared. Now, the thing is, don't go out here and get crazy. Don't go out here and buy 1,000 different items because you're not going to have that many, P1 customers. Well, I hope you do, but more than likely you won't. Probably half a dozen, 2 dozen, probably be about the max, to get. Because, if you order too many, you can save some for birthdays or special holidays. You can send it to your new customers that maybe didn't get one during that holiday period. But you get the idea. Be thinking about that. Now, what do we got to talk about? Coffee mugs. Oh, we're talking about Christmas. We need to be talking about coffee mugs. The Freight Broker TV coffee mug. Left or right-handed. The reason I always bring that up is because a while back I couldn't remember that. I went blank. Ambidextrous, where you use both hands. And somebody left a comment, and I appreciate it because it cracked me up that somebody left a comment. Ambidextrous, that's what you're wanting, the words you were looking for. But no matter, be it my OCD, whatever, I've never been diagnosed, but probably. Always, whenever I drink coffee and I got a logo on it, I always like my logo to be out front. I don't want to be looking at whatever's on the cup. I want it to be facing out. So no matter if you're left-handed or right-handed, your logo is always facing out. It's two-sided mug. There's a logo on both sides. Order a bunch of them. They're on our website. 2 choices, black or white. This is the black one, by the way. There is a total white one. You get those on our website. 11-ounce mug. They're really nice. Now, if you have any questions or anything, comments you want to make, do that below. It's a YouTube video. You can leave your question or comment below. Be happy to answer that. If you don't want to leave a comment on the YouTube channel, well, you can go to our freightbrokertv.com website. Every video, anything we post right below that video or audio on that page, we're going to have a form down there where you can leave a question if you want to do. And if you want to send us an email direct, you're able to do that too. Just send it to fbtv@freightbrokertv.com. Okay, simple enough. Hey, our subscribers, we're building a list of subscribers. It's growing a little bit every day. That's what we got to do. Keep building it. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. Actually, our ultimate goal is to get 1,000 plus subscribers. That's going to really help us a lot because, well, we'll be able to monetize. Okay, now I know a lot of changes are coming up here before too long on YouTube, but that shouldn't affect us at all. Kind of curious to see how the other content creators are going to adjust, because some of them, I think they are going to have problems. Maybe not. I hope not. I hope everybody. Every once in a while, I've noticed YouTube will make some type of a weird change, and people that are living off YouTube, it just really affects them really bad. Like there's people making big time money off YouTube. This change, it could really destroy them, as far as their income. So I hope they saved it up. But anyway, as far as we're concerned, we get up to 100 subscribers, we're going to be able to start having contests. And we have prizes ranging in value from $15 on up to around $700 or so. But to be eligible to enter the contest, you're going to have to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. Now, also the podcast, if you notice below, we got the podcast down there you can listen to on YouTube. We've changed them into videos. And one thing you'll notice about our podcast is the podcast is not a audio rip from a YouTube video. It's actually its own content. It's got its own content in there. Now, you can find our podcast on your favorite podcasting app, be it iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn, whatever it might be. We post it on YouTube, so it's available if you want to listen to it. I've done it. I've turned on the podcast on YouTube and, just have it as background noise, or I have it on my the podcast app on my phone that I listen to it, or, other podcasts as well. FBTV continuous broadcast, you'll find that on the freightbrokertv.com website. It's got all our videos up there and more, and we're going to be adding more content. Matter of fact, after the first of the year, we've been discussing this. But for you, we're going to have something special coming up after the first of the year. At least that's the plan right now. So, Twitter, we're on Twitter too. Man, we got so much stuff here to talk about. At Freight TV on Twitter. Okay, I got to run. Have a great day, unless, of course, you've made other plans. And if you have, well, change them.